Okay, objectively, this is a terrible movie. And you cannot argue me that this is a well-made film on almost any level. So let's start there. No ifs, ands, or buts. This is a bad film. However, bad films can be enjoyable sometimes, and especially when they have The Rock in them, they can definitely be enjoyable. And this one, Rampage, of course, is the newest Dwayne Johnson action film. Coming to us from the same director that he worked with San Andreas and Journey to the Mysterious Island. Journey to, the Mysterious Island. That title really bugs me because it should be a phrase, but it's a number with the colon instead. It's like, it should just be Journey to the Mysterious Island. Stupid. Alas, I digress. This time, we took Dwayne Johnson and we made him a primatologist, and he's taking care of a gorilla named George. So right away, I was super hooked because I'm like, gorillas, yeah. Anyway, at some point, chemicals in a canister fly down out of space, and they crash in the gorilla enclosure, and they infect George. Also, 2 other canisters crash down in other places and infect other monsters, and so we get a giant gorilla and a giant wolf and a giant alligator. There's a company that own the chemicals, and they think that they're gonna lose a lot of money if they can't get anything out of this research they were doing, and so they lure the creatures to Chicago to try and capture them and sell them to the highest bidder, I believe. So right off the bat, plot pretty dumb, but we knew that. Okay, if you've seen the trailer, you know it's dumb, and that's what we're expecting. And we've seen dumb Dwayne Johnson movies before, so you gotta think of it like that. Obviously, most of you probably know from the trailers whether you're going to even want to see this at all, but if you're interested in the dumb action genre, specifically Dwayne Johnson, it's not breaking the mold as far as the plot goes, certainly.
Changes will be incredibly unpredictable. Increased strength,
George!
Speed, agility.
No!
And then we have the characters, which is like kind of important, because if the plot's dumb, then you gotta have some fun characters to be around to carry me throughout the film. That's what's great about Fast and Furious, is when random over-the-top action scenes aren't happening, I have characters that might not be the deepest, but they're at least fun to be around. That doesn't happen in this movie at all. Dwayne is fine. He's Dwayne. Do I believe him as a primatologist? Not really, but I enjoy him as being a kind of character that we usually see. Constantly jokes being thrown around about how big he is, how charismatic he is, how he looks, and all that stuff. Everyone else, I didn't really care. I didn't like them. The one other like slightly enjoyable character was the guy that plays Negan in The Walking Dead was in this, and he just pretty much played an alternate of that character, which was fine. And honestly, compared to everyone else, it was amazing. And I don't want to say like I'm criticizing acting here. I don't really know what into making this film. All I can say is I did not enjoy any of the other characters, and I would be very interested to know if any of you did, and why. Naomi Harris, who is a fantastic actor, plays this other scientist who was actually helping out with this research that mutated these creatures before. She doesn't do anything in the movie. She's pretty much useless. None of her jokes hit for me. There are multiple times in this film where we spend 15-20 minutes with characters that we only see those 15-20 minutes. In the beginning of the film, there's like people that we start to get to know that work in the enclosure with The Rock, and then they just disappear. And then there's like these soldier guys that we meet, but then they disappear. Why are we spending so much time with these people that are not important in any way? They just don't need to be there. Then the worst offenders, period, were the heads of this company. My gosh, did they just annoy the crap out of me. It's a brother and a sister. They tried to make the sister kind of like this stand-up, like she knows what she's doing, she's hardcore, she's, you know, by the book, she just gets stuff done. Didn't really seem like she knew what she was doing. Guy was just meant to be a stupid character, but he wasn't funny in how stupid he was. He was just annoying to watch.
Let's go save the world. That's a big arm. Don't fight it.
You know there are other ways of dealing with people, right?
I do know that, yeah, but that's no fun.
So you got the dumb plot, and you got the dumb characters. What else is there? The creatures, who are great when they're there, which is not as much as it should be. Obviously, we get to see a good amount of George, and actually the best emotional bond in the film is between George the gorilla and Dwayne Johnson. Obviously, as a huge gorilla fan, I was predisposed to kind of buy into that, but they actually did a decent job. And while I'm not sure I bought DJ as a primatologist, I bought that he cared about this gorilla, and it actually led to like a couple moments at the end of the film where I didn't get a lot emotional, but way more emotional than I thought I would. And the other animals, we don't really know them, but it's great to see them all fight at the end in Chicago. Only problem is that scene's like 20 minutes long, and you gotta deal with the rest of the movie, which they're hardly in. And instead you can deal with these really annoying characters. So if you can get to those last 20 minutes, it's great, because that action scene is really fun, and it's what I came to the movie to see. Just because I guess I went into it hoping for like a Jurassic World, which I think is one of the best dumb action movies. I was like, giant gorilla is awesome, but it just fell short in a lot of areas that even dumb action movies can succeed in. Honestly, I think this might be a better one to watch at home, just so you can get a group of your friends and just make jokes about how bad the first hour of this movie is, and then actually enjoy the movie for what it is in that last 20 minutes. Because I think more often than not, I was really laughing at this film rather than laughing with it, which might be what some of you were expecting, but I was hoping for a little bit more out of this.